So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 important tips to improve your posture at work. But before we start, don't forget the subscribe button and click the notification bell if you want to get the front row seat to my fresh and upcoming videos. If you're new to my channel or new to this page, I'm Sandhya and welcome. Without further ado, let's get to it. Are you ready? And we're going to start off with my tip number 1. So what we're trying to achieve here is for the spine to have that natural alignment. So some people say straight spine, but actually the spine has natural curves. So you really want to be following those natural curves when you're sitting at your desk. So not too upright and not too folded over at the same time. So to achieve this, you have to ensure that your monitor is at eye level. So I used to do this. I used to work in an office and I used to do the ergonomical testings. So you have to put your arms out and see whether your computer's just above that. So if it's not, adjust your computer. Can you pop some things underneath it, or the monitor that is? Because we don't want your head to be up and we don't want your head to be down too much. Next, you have to pull your shoulders back. I mean, we all go like this, don't we? Pull the shoulders back, lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep your shoulders down away from the ears. And you want to be able to feel the back of the chair. If you're not at the top of your back, you're probably leaning forward. And then thirdly, so it's such a habit, as I'm doing now, to cross your legs or your ankles. But it's best to have them rested flat on the ground because we don't want to misalign our hips. If we're sitting all day with one leg across the other, then your hips misaligned, and then that can cause back problems because the hips misalign, and then the spine has to compensate. Say the right hip's higher, then the spine has to twist slightly differently. So with that, doing that day on day can have a real impact. So if your feet can't reach the floor, you can always pop something underneath your feet. I don't think they have them anymore, but I used to have yellow pages used to pop under your feet, but of course a book or box underneath your feet. And then fourth, use a lumbar support to help to keep that back in lovely alignment and prevent slouching. So in my studio, I use an ergonomical chair, and I've done a video on that, so I'll post that in, which will be here or here. I'm not quite sure. So you can have a look at that. So that's got the lumbar support there. And with my chair, you kind of pump it up. So you can have the lumbar support as big as you want to, and then you can let the air out and let it have, halfway if you want to. So it depends, because we've all got different postures. We've also got different bodies, and our posture is different. So some of us might have a more arched lower back, and some of us might not have so much of an arched lower back. So that depends on you and your body. So if you've got a real big arch, you might find, if you don't want to buy an ergonomical chair, that a lumbar pillow can work. I've used loads of different things historically that kind of went my back, and I just found the chair was the best. But I have seen now they do pillows that you can kind of blow up and let down to a certain height. So I always found the lumbar was too much for me. So if you can get one of those cushions where you can blow up and down and have it the height that you want to. But yeah, I think my chair was about, I bought it quite a while ago, but I think it was £150. But I mean, it's well worth it. So if I'm sitting for an extended period of time, I really, really do notice a difference if I'm not using the chair. Just checking my audio is working because I've got a new microphone. Okay, so tip number 2, schedule time for movement breaks. So one of the reasons why desk work can be associated with back pain and chronic disease, because it limits the amount of movement required for better health. So we're just sitting here, not moving those muscles, not getting that blood circulating around the body. So regular movement breaks every 30 minutes can highly reduce the risk posed by sitting for long hours a day. So it's so important to find time to take quick breaks, to walk, to stretch, and stand, to stretch. So what I often do is have a big water with me, make sure I drink lots of that, so then I'm off and going to the toilet. So if you've got a bottle nearby, keep it nearby. Otherwise, set reminders so you can go out, and make sure at lunchtime you actually get away from your desk instead of just sitting there. If you don't want to go out up and down the stairs, if you've got them in your office. So no matter how busy you are, just make the time to do that, because the thing is, once you've done some exercise, you get that blood circulating around the body, you get the blood going to your brain, so you become more alert, you can do so much more. When I worked in the office, every time at lunchtime if I went for a walk, I'll be so much more motivated in the afternoon. If I hadn't done that, I just feel like tired and not getting as much work done. So if you don't think you've got the time, you do have the time, make the time to do it, you'll be much more motivated and get on with your work a lot quicker. And if you're at home and you don't want to go out, just walk around the front room back and forth, up and down the stairs. And you might also want to do some quick desk exercises, such as stretching your arms up, twisting around. I've got a video on that. I will pop that in the link below, or I might be able to put it in one of the videos to the side as well, which I've just learned to do. Okay, tip number 3. Now, there's been lots of things saying how long it takes to a behaviour to become a habit. Some say 21 days. I've even heard 66 days now. And I did a little post a while back, and it's not necessarily how many days it is, but how many times you do it. So in the beginning, it might be difficult to remember to take regular movement breaks, especially when you're focused on your work and I'm just going to get this done. So to help to form this healthy habit, set a regular reminder to alert you to take a movement break, and then commit to yourself that you're going to take that break when that reminder comes out. So you can form that habit. So I just wanted to talk about as well, I've got a Fitbit, and on here you can, I think I did it via my phone app, I set reminders. So I do it in terms of steps. So I think every hour I need to do 250 steps. And if I haven't, then it will set me a reminder to say you haven't done your steps yet. So if you've got a Fitbit or something similar, you might be able to do that, and you'll be surprised at sometimes how little steps that you do. So I talked about the ergonomical chair, and also we want to check that our workstation is ergonomically set for us, if that's the word. Because many of us are sitting at our workstation for probably a third of the day. So it's important to make sure that this is as comfortable and efficient as it can be. You want to have enough space to move around, like me today. I mean, I'm not on my office chair, but the chair behind was in my way, or I couldn't move back or forth. So move items or any objects around you so you can make sure that you can sit comfortably. And as I said, put those feet flat on the floor. And at the moment I've got the table leg in the way, so switch my table around and move my chair around so I can make sure that I can put my feet on the floor. So having a comfortable chair will help you sit up nice and straight, but obviously not too comfortable. So I do recommend those ergonomical chair. I know when I worked in the office and anyone that had the chair or tried mine out, they were very surprised at what a difference it makes. And you have your desk, your computer set up. You want to have your ears in alignment with your shoulders, so you don't want your ears to come forward. So a good thing to do is every now and then just draw your chin back. So you can take your fingers to your chin and then draw your chin back and then release. So just, I don't know if you can see that, there's a nice gap there now. So then back here, draw my neck back. Excuse me, and release. So each time you do that, then you're just training those muscles at the back to engage and work, because what happens is when you're like this, especially if you don't touch tight, you're looking down at the keys, all these muscles are getting tight, all these muscles are getting loose. So just drawing back can help with that. Or you can put your hands behind and then gently press your head into your hands. Oh, what a long video this is. So yes, as I said, keep your ears in alignment with your shoulders. I've got some notes so I can remember that I keep track with you and don't miss anything. Okay, what else did I want to say? Okay, yes, I know what else I want to say. So after work, spare a couple of minutes stretching out. So that might be go to a yoga class. So yoga and Pilates are really good ways to stretch out. And this helps to treat and prevent not only back pain, but also the stress that accompanies it. So if you've worked hard throughout the day, it's just the right thing to do is to just treat yourself to a nice stretch, a relaxing yoga class or stretching out in a Pilates class. So there's specific yoga poses that are particularly important for posture because they help stretch out and strengthen important back muscles. So if you haven't tried yoga or Pilates before, check out some of my videos. I've put them in the description below. So there's some guides and tutorials on each of the exercises. So I hope you find that useful. Somebody at the door, let's quickly finish this video off. So that's it. Yes, we've reached the end of the list. I hope you find this video helpful. If you have quick exercise, you'll have some quick exercises to do while you're at work. So, and I've popped those videos in below. Feel free to share them. Any videos that you have as well that you find useful, and comment below if you find this useful. I'd love to know what you're doing to keep your posture good, keep it moving in the office. Follow me on Facebook. And on YouTube, subscribe to me, hit the notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with my latest videos. Thank you. Gotta get the door. Goodbye. Where's my end button?